see that you're Oregon Women for Trump. Now, there are so many liberals out here. How do you survive out here like that? Like in the, the belly of the beast, and support our president?
Well, first of all, you have to you gotta get over your fear, because for a long time I didn't want to let my beliefs be known, but then I started getting involved with Oregon Women for Trump, started going to the rallies, started seeing that there is numbers of us out there. There's more out there than we realize, and I don't know, I'm just convicted. I no longer want to be silent. It's not doing us any good being silent, and I think that, I don't know, I just feel like my thing is I'm trying not to be living in fear. And yes, there are times when I go into a grocery store and I'm like, oh, but you know what? I have more people come up to me today. Case in point, we ran into Cabela's before we came up here, and I had 2 young girls that worked there come up and tell me they liked my shirt. That's what gives me,
hope.
It gives me hope, and it gives me strength to just keep going, because, but with that being said, I'm still afraid to put a bumper sticker on my car. I'm still afraid to put my Trump pen sign in front of my house. There are things that I want to do, but I don't want to be dealing with a damaged car or who knows what.
Of course.
So it's frustrating.
Now, have you lost friends?
That happens to everybody.
Friends? No, not really. Facebook friends? Yes. But it's more because I've deleted them. Because I got sick of hearing their hatred and ignorance and stupidity all, over and over and over again. Finally, I was like, okay, I just don't need that. So it's more me unfriending people than people unfriending me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. Thank you for coming out here.
Oh, wouldn't miss this.
What do you think about the Proud Boys?
Oh God, I love the Proud Boys. Oh, yeah, we love. Okay, there have been so many occasions when we've done an event, a rally, an event, and if it wasn't for the Proud Boys around us, I don't know. We love them. Oregon Women for Trump loves the Proud Boys.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so great to see them all here. I was participating in a flag wave in Lake Oswego, and Lake Oswego, I mean, it should be a safe town. So there was a bunch of us doing a Back to Blue flag wave, and of course we attracted a ton of BLM, ANTIFA protester types. And I happened to be parked in the opposite direction from some of the other people, and I was one of the last ones to leave our flag wave. So as I left to walk to my car down the street by myself, I had one of the BLM Antifa guys, I'm not sure what he was, come chase after me, screaming and yelling at me, just accusing me of my white supremacy and how does it feel, and he was just like just screaming at me, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he kept saying, how does it feel? How does it feel? Finally, I just said, I feel great. I don't know what your problem is. So then he didn't like hearing that. So I walked across the street to the parking lot where my car was, and he kept coming at me. And then he started threatening me and saying that I've got your picture. You're going to be, we know who you are. We're going to come after you. And then, of course, because I don't know when to keep my mouth shut, I said, I'm not afraid of you, you little punk. And then, I know my husband was like, oh my God, I can't let her out of the house. And then I kept walking to my car, and thank goodness there was 2 guys in the parking lot that had been watching the interaction. So when I got over closer to my car, one of them came up to me and he said, are you all right? What was that guy saying to you? He goes, you want me to walk you to your car? And I let him walk me to my car, and I'm pretty sure he was a proud boy because there were several of them there. So
Awesome.
a shout out to those guys.
What do you think it is about this area, though, that creates Antifa members? Because there's like so many around here, it seems like. What is it? It's like? Is there anything about like those people that settled this area? Like, what kind of stock are Oregonians?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so as far as stock, I'm a native Oregonian. I'm 59 years old. I've lived here for all this time. My parents,
where are they from? Like, where were like Europe? Where are they from?
Europe?
Yeah, where do like the people like that like settle this area? Where were they mainly from?
My mother was completely Scandinavian. She's half Swede, half Norwegian, and so she actually was born in Nebraska and then came out to Oregon. My dad's family is from. They got a bunch of European, Czechoslovakian, German, a bunch of stuff, but they actually fled the Gestapo and settled in Chicago, and then eventually migrated out to Oregon. So my parents were Republican, conservative. Most of the people that I grew up with were just hard-working, middle-class America. Yes. So I don't know what's happened to this state, because this used to be a great state. I mean, and this is my theory. I mean, you're asking me, what do I know? But I think what happened is, it's been years now, probably, 30, 40, a long time. People started migrating up to Oregon from California, and I think that's what happened. That's what, that's still, because we didn't used to be a liberal state. And so I think that's what happens. We just had a bunch of people migrating up. They brought their beliefs, their ways, their whatever you want to call it, and it's just our state now is ruined. My husband and I, if things don't turn around here, we're honestly thinking about moving out of Oregon, which is really sad because we're both native Oregonians.
Where would you go?
I don't know. I've been researching conservative states, and we drove through Oklahoma this summer. We kind of like Oklahoma.
So crazy. This like exit that's happening all over the country.
I know. It is crazy. So, we've looked into I don't know. I've been throwing some states out. South Dakota, North Dakota would be good. Oklahoma, any place where we're not going to be dealing with the crap that's going on. And this is such, you ask what's breeding this Antifa crap. I firmly believe it's because they know they can get away with it here. Our governors, our mayors, especially Portland, it's like, it doesn't matter what that side does, they get away with it.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Like it's a state of emergency now that that Proud Boys are here.
Yes. So, they ban tear gas, they let them do all these things, but then our governor actually has a press release or whatever, a meeting yesterday where she is all, oh my gosh, I was so mad listening to her. She's saying that there's going to be Proud Boys, and I don't remember who else she said, Patriot Prayer, and other white supremacist groups. So guess what? I'm a white supremacist, And she was talking about how, okay, this is the part, it's like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, we're not going to allow hate and violence to come into our town. And I'm like, what in the hell's been going on for the last 4 months? And that hasn't been because of the right. That's because of the left.
Yeah.
So when you have a governor that can blatantly go in front of the camera, in front of people, and spew the lies, the hatred that she does, no wonder Antifa wants to be here.
It's a perfect breeding ground.
That's exactly right. So I blame all of the mess on our governor and others. Could be mayors, but just our very liberal, America-hating
scum.
Yeah, there's not even words. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice because you're taping me here, but they need to go. They need to go.
FatEnzo.com.
Proud of your boy.